Hey, lady. So I want to have a conversation about, uncovering what you truly want as a black woman. What you really want in life. It's never too late to have this conversation. You can have this conversation at any age of your life because I feel like every so many years we change and our life change. We have life events that happen in our life that can change us. We 1 minute can want this one thing in our life, and we might have a life event. It can be a career change to something so extreme as a death. And then now life has changed and we want something different. So this conversation can happen at any time in of your life, right? I don't want to get my words tongue tied here, but it can happen at any time. So before we get into it, I just want to have a quick little breakdown of the importance of self-awareness. That's something that, I had to sit back and think about for myself. So, how can we reflect on that? Focusing on society and cultural pressures for black women, right? As a black woman, we face so much. Let's talk about it. We got family expectations. I got that down here. We got career demands, okay? We are the most highest educated out of everybody, okay? Black women have the most degrees, okay? And then we have community responsibilities, okay? That's just to name a few. I sit back and think about family expectations, when you have elders in your family where may have done something in the family, and now your parents are doing what your grandparents did, and now they expect you to do the same thing. And sometimes that can be like generational trauma. We don't want to do that no more. No, we're not doing that no more. So you gotta you deal with that. Career demands, with the degrees, and not only that, we have to work 10 times harder at the workplace. Think about it. But we're gonna move on from that. But acknowledging how these pressures lead to prioritizing others' needs, you know what I mean? And not your own. You sit back and think, I think about how if it's family, how you sit back and you do things in that way, and how if you prioritize other people, you can sometimes neglect yourself. And I was there. I was there at one point, and I had to sit back, put my foot down several times. Because at the end of the day, if I'm sitting here and I'm being here for you, how am I going to be here for me? And I'm not going to sit here and be here for you and then you have a grand old life because now you here for yourself and you got somebody else here for you. No, we ain't doing that. Call me mean, call me whatever. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. And I used to be like that. I used to be a people pleaser. Yeah. And no more. No more. And I got spoken to before. Well, not say spoken to, but somebody had told me, me prioritizing myself was selfish. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But, and also, just having self awareness, I want to explain to you why it's important to put yourself first and put your true desires that you want out of life first. Because if you don't put yourself first and get the things that you want out of life, and you be on your deathbed and you like, oh, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Oh, I wish I would have traveled. I wish I would have got a degree. Or I wish I would have, not been so afraid for X, Y, and Z. We're not doing that. We are truly doing what we want to do. I am so serious. I am so serious. So, tools for self-reflection, because you have to reflect so we can actually do the things that we actually want to do. Journaling is one. Journaling is one. I got a good prompt here. The one prompt is what brings you joy? Okay? What brings you joy? What is something that you want to do that you haven't been doing and you maybe are scared to do, or you don't want to tell anybody that you're doing. I think they're going to make fun of you. Or they're going to say something. People are going to talk regardless. You could be sitting here being a nun and people are still going to talk, or they're going to talk where they last remember you. That's it. Do journaling prompts. And another one is, when do you feel most alive? Now, the reason why I'm mentioning like self-reflection and journal prompts is because these things help us into doing the things that we truly want to do in life. Because when you sit back and you start journaling and you start doing affirmations and different things like that, you start to realize like, wow, I want more. I really, really, really want to do more. So you don't have to do pages of this stuff. It's 5-10 minutes. Sometimes writing a sentence or two will bring something out of you that you didn't even know that you wanted to do. You can sit back and be like, like for me, I want to say the last 6 months or so, I would love watching the cooking channel. Give it to me all day. I love the cooking channel. I used to like to cook a lot, and that if I was depressed, I would cook a lot and then I would eat. And that's how when I was gaining weight, I knew. But now I like to watch cooking shows where it's like healthy foods and things like that. So I can also help myself. So that's just throwing a little bit out there. That's nothing to do with, creating the life that you want. But, this gave you a little tidbit of what I'm doing. So journal, and, when you find out things that bring you joy, that what brings you joy, that might be something that you really want to do. You might want to, again, a cooking. I don't want to be a cook, but you might want to be a cook. Might want to be a chef. You never know what you actually want to do. Might want to be a baker, like my daughter. She loves to bake. It's another dangerous thing in this house. She loves to bake. She will go in the closet, the pantry, and she will take out flour. Is it baking powder, baking soda? I don't know. Her vanilla. My cousin got her some vanilla from Mexico. Like, she just loves to bake. And then if it's making like pancakes from scratch and things, so there's always some form of a carb in my house, and it's dangerous. See, she can do that because she's 18. So, her metabolism is fast. Mama can't do that, but she loves to bake. So when she found out what was her hobby, her thing is baking. So I got her like stand mixers and all kind of baking tools and muffin things and bundt pans. She loves things like that. So find out what makes you happy and do it. I'm saying we're not trying to leave this earth without doing the things that we want to do, okay? We want to uncover what we truly want to do in life. Okay, next up, vision board. I've created a couple of vision boards, in my time. I'm not doing one this year. My thing is more of writing things down. That's where I am. But I have done vision board before, and some of you may have seen my vision board before. Vision boards are good because you focus on the words you might put up there. You focus on the visual part of it. Looking at something over and over and over again for something that you really, really want will put a burning desire inside of you to actually complete it. Back in 2021, 2022, I had did a vision board. I did 2 vision boards. I still have them. I'm not throwing them out. I'm not recreating them, like taking the pictures out, because that's when I knew that manifestation was real. I knew it was real. You can sit here and you can do all this praying and praying is good because there is a higher power. But when you actually look at something, you got to put the work in. You just can't get a piece of paper, write, oh, I want a new car, or I want my dream job, you got to put the work in. You can write it down, put it in your envelope, and put it in your wallet, put it in your pillowcase, but you got to work. My vision boards, I looked at my vision board every day. I put it by the side of my bed. I looked at it every day when I woke up, when I went to bed. I looked at my vision board, and I worked hard. That's when I got my new house. I got car. Everything I wanted was monetary. I mean, was money. It cost me money, but it was physical things. Like I wanted a new house. I wanted a new car. I wanted a new job. So I mean, I had to fix my resume. I had to pick up some new skills. I had to save. I had to eliminate some things out my life so I can, start building some more money. I had to put money in, index accounts or put money in different high yield savings so my money could grow. I had to do different things so where I can get where I needed to be to get the coin that I needed. You can work all day, but it ain't nothing like having money where you can actually live off an entrance. That's a different type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? So when you want something, you got to put it up there, look at it. If it's looking at a money job, if it's looking at a stack of money, you have to do it. So, and do it in color too. Don't do it in black and white. When you do things in color and you make a board, it resonates. I'm telling you, it resonates. But right now, where I am in my life, for me, is more so creating systems and routines in my life, because right now I'm at a point where I want to maintain what I have, if that makes any sense, and I want to grow it to make it more than what it is, i.e. this lovely YouTube channel and podcast and other things that I do have going on as well. So yeah, meditation and mindfulness, being present and tapping into your inner self. Sometimes we have to be still. Sometimes when we're too busy, and when you're busy, sometimes you could be in the past or you can be in the present. Sometimes when you actually still and you're in the present, you can actually focus. You can actually focus. And doing intentional breathings and things like that to keep you at bay. So that's the meditation part, and then the mindfulness part is just being present. So for me, I mentioned in one of my, I don't know if I mentioned here, but I think in my previous video, I mentioned about wanting to do yoga, something that I have not tapped into. But me and Pilates, we could do that. Pilates is good. If you want to get your core in order, do Pilates. You're going to hate it the first class and you're going to be so sore. Especially if you have not moved like that in a while, you're going to be sore. But really, really nice and good. So next I want to get into is letting go of limiting beliefs. That's something that I had to stop doing, saying that I couldn't start over because I'm too old or I'm getting too old. Get that out your mind. You're never too old. I'm gonna give you a few here, and the one I got down here is, it's too late to start over. I need to prioritize my family and my job. Like putting yourself second. Don't do that. I can't achieve that because whatever you want to put there, I'm too old. I'm not that young. Whatever. Take those limiting beliefs out and replace it with it's not too late. I can do it. Whatever I want to achieve, I can. That's where we are right now, okay? So last but not least, I want to share with you like taking actions on how you can make these discoveries on things that you want to do. Like set some goals. What do you want to do? So you set a goal. So say if you want to be that baker, I'm just putting you want to be that baker. You want to start baking for you, your family, or whatever. Something you want to pick up a new hobby. Try and go get a box cake or go get some brownies and start making that, because that's like, just add the water, add the egg, add the oil, go from there. And when you start doing it, then you start doing something different. Now you want to go find a recipe and you want to kind of do something from scratch. Get the actual flour and get all the other ingredients, mixing your dry, mixing your wet, and doing things like that. Do things step by step. Ladies, we are in a time right now where we are putting ourselves first, and I want you to live the life that you want. I know I gave you an analogy of, being a baker, but just that can be you wanting to be a doctor, you want to change careers, whatever you choose that you want to do. Don't let limiting beliefs set you back, because we have so much life left in us. We are only, for me, I'm turning 49. There's some things that I want to do as well. And I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do. I'm never going to give up. So I want you to have that same oomph in you as well, because you're never going to give up. So, in saying all of that, I want to say thank you for listening, and I'm going to catch you in the next episode. Okay? Have, talk to you soon.